Everybody's looking for more leads, and that's why I want to talk to you about the top 3 things you can do for content and engagement to build brand awareness on social media. Look, I have been building an online brand for the last 5 to 6 years intentionally under the WinRate and kind of coaching side. I've been creating YouTube and social media content for 10 or 12 years previously in the construction space. I was doing video as part of my marketing strategy in the construction space, like all the way back in 2013, 2014, 2015. So I've been doing this for a really long time. So my desired outcome for you in this video is to walk away with some tactical things you can start doing from a content and engagement perspective to build your brand awareness. Why? Why do you want to do this? The reality is people buy from who they know, like, and trust. And the industry now, if you just look at all industries, people look online. They Google you, they look you up on social media, they check out your TikTok, they check out your Instagram, they see if you got like your YouTube. Like, people are looking for you. So consumers have a minimum expectation of what they expect a high-performing service provider online presence is going to be like. If they can't find your website, if they can't find your social media, there's going to be a trust issue. And so building brand awareness is about building the know, like, and trust factor. And so the first thing that is really important from a brand awareness perspective is, what do you do? So to talk about what do you do, this is not the before and after photos. Just like anything, people, humans, love the storyline of watching things happen over time. That's why people, they used to register and they go to Netflix, they go and watch the soap opera. People love watching progressionary stories. So people want to know what you do by telling stories of the progress of whatever product or service that you do. Whether that's a 30-minute transaction as you're going in to like fix a water heater, an HVAC unit, to 8 months that you're remodeling somebody's kitchen. It doesn't really matter. Talk about the progress of the story. Don't be like, hey, look at this before and after. People who are ignorant, consumers, don't know even what to look at in your before and after photos. They don't know what good looks like. They don't know what the experience looks like. People, for the most part, understand what you do. Claudio Roofing, Claudio Construction, Claudio Flooring, whatever it is. Construction business expert. You know what I do, but what differentiates you is how you go about doing it, how you set up your projects for success, how you overcome problems when they come up. What do you do when projects get delayed? What do you do when things go wrong? That is how you show the progress and the storyline of what you do. You can do that in multiple different ways. You can do that on Instagram, feed, stories, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. It doesn't really matter. I would suggest, if you're not doing anything right now, start with the platform you're most comfortable using as a consumer. So if you're used to Instagram, you're used to TikTok, you're used to Facebook, it doesn't matter to me. Start with what you're most comfortable with and just start documenting what you do every day. The good, the bad, and the ugly. If you don't know where to start at all on content, a great place that I've had a lot of clients start with is just answer the question, what were my wins, what were my losses, and what were my lessons learned of today? And that could be from like, you learned a new way to do this, you learned a new way to do that, you gotta fire somebody, you gotta hire somebody, you gotta build a new SOP, you gotta buy a new tool. It doesn't matter, people just wanna know the story of what you do, not the end result of what you do. The most important is the how you do it. Because the second part that you need to like hyper focus on from a content perspective is, who are you? Not, hi, my name is Mike Claudio. It's, who are you on a day-to-day basis? It's, who are you representing? What are your values? It's, what are your standards? What are your ethics? What is the example you're setting? How are you as a husband or wife? How are you as a father or mother? How are you in your fitness? What are you doing with your hobbies? People care about who you are. You getting drunk every weekend on the boat fishing with your buddies? If you don't want your audience to know what you're doing, I would challenge you to even, should you be doing that thing? If you're doing something right now, you're like, man, if my employees found out about this, or man, if my customers found out, I would lose business. You should stop doing that thing. That'll make you a better person. That'll make your who more impactful. Who are you? What are your values? What do you spend your time doing? What are your aspirations? What are you trying to accomplish? Telling people that you want to build big stuff and then going and building it makes them trust you more. Are you a visionary? Are you excited? Do you have big plans? Talk about those things. People want to know who the characters in the story are. Because it's not just about you, it's about your project managers, it's about your office people, it's about the people that call to collect money, it's about the people that do the sales appointments. It's everything about who you are. Who are the characters in the story about what you do? So if what you do is a storyline, the characters are the people that are inside of it. And the characters is what makes this storyline different. There are millions of heroes' journeys out there. If you look at superhero movies and the heroes we look at, it's called the hero's journey. Something bad happens, they evolve, they win, they lose the girl, the dog dies, and they end up winning. It's the hero's journey. We've seen it a million different ways. What makes each story different are the characters involved in the story. The actual structure of the story isn't different. What makes it different are the characters and how they operate and who they are and who's the victim and who's the villain and who's the hero and who's evolving and who did you think was never going to make out and become anything, and then you see them and then people fall in love with the characters. They come back for the story. They keep following you for the story. The brand awareness comes back because the story is cool, but what people fall in love with and where the trust is built is with the characters. And then the third part of, we'll say, how to build brand awareness, or the top three that I think, is be social on social. Go engage with the audience. Go comment on referral partner stuff. Go be active helping people in Facebook groups and next door. Go, when someone asks a question, go answer the question. Go be social on social media. It is not just a post it and then leads come in. It's not just a buy my stuff and then leads come in. It's not just I'm here watching, but I'm not engaging and then leads come in. No, the story builds the characters build the conversation. Go be social on social media. Like, you wouldn't go to a networking event and sit in the corner and not talk to anybody, but listen to everybody's conversation and think you're building brand awareness. No, you're just the creeper in the corners and talk to anybody. So technically, you're building a brand awareness that is not helping you. You're building this, I sit over here, I don't talk to you, I don't like you, I have an ugly face, I'm drinking too much. You all know who I'm talking. We all know those people at those events. But go be social on social. So if you document the journey, tell the story every single day, the wins, losses, lessons learned. If you highlight the characters and who they really are, not just their name, but their life, their aspirations, and their values, and their ethics, and their hobbies, and their fitness, and their faith, and go build the characters. Tell the whole story about who they are, and then go be social on social media. Engage in the comment section. Engage with people. Not like, hey, buy my stuff. Go bring value to the conversation. It'd be like going to the neighborhood cookout, and every person you talk to is like, hey, you asked me a question. Hey, how's it going today? Buy my shit. Hey, how's this weather? Buy my shit. Hey, how are the kids? Buy my shit. You wouldn't do that. You would not do that at the barbecue. And if you are doing that, you probably not get invited back. So go be social. If you can do those three things, and you don't have to be great to beat most people. Most people don't follow through on this over the long haul. And you'll get better at it the more you do it. But you tell the story by documenting your days. You build out the character profiles by talking about who they are, and then go be social. Go engage with the people in your community through social media, through the Facebook groups, through Nextdoor, through opportunities to go bring value. Do those three things, those top three things, and you will build brand awareness on social media that will help you win fast and win often.